So this one we still use VI for use git batch, right? Submit on GitHub, right? So we got to learn about how to use SwitchCase here. Okay. So this video pretty much just showing you first if else. We review that from 3.4. And we can see that again you could use VI, but I just want to show you from our code in Eclipse here that if we want to use multiple if else, right? For gradings, right? You can pretty much just this one we said we use AND operators to look at if student attends, then student also have score greater than 90 and less than 100, you get an A, right? So we can use AND operators to give more conditions, right, to be an A. Like if student not attending, so this is going to be false, then you will not get an A, you will get an F, even your score is between 90 to 100. Because you're not attendance, then it's F. So by using OR, right? So there's two scenarios. You can get F when you have less than 60 or you never attend the class, right? And this is if else to help, okay? As well as B, C, and D, you must attend. We just prompt the user to get the scores, right, using show input dialog. And if the score not between 0 and 100, we just return invalid score. So in this score, and we do system.out is F, right? And even you have scores like 100, you're still getting F because you're not attending the class. If you attend the class is true, then if you get 90, then you receive an A because you attend. So we can use if else and the logic operators and or not to help. Okay, in this case. Now you can watch the previous videos that I show you how to do this if else. In this video we are to focus on using SwitchCase instead. We said whenever you have multiple if else, you can replace with SwitchCase too. Okay, SwitchCase. Let's look at the syntax of SwitchCase first. So we're gonna have the word switch, and inside here is not an expression, it's just the values to switch. Okay. Like this could be scores, right? 100. And then we can say case 100. Right, switch case with the colon. Right. Case if score is 100, then you can just display or do something here, right? Statement. In that case, we can display, right? And we can do another case until we have, like, you can do as many as you want. Case 80, right? And do statement again, right? And we always have to do break. If you don't do break, you see that on the test too. If there's no break meaning it's going to exit the switch. It's going to jump into the end. No longer has to evaluate. But if there's no break, then it's going to evaluate all the cases. Okay. And lastly, we can have default, just like else case, to do that statement. And that's the syntax of SwitchCase. So now let's try to, we're gonna modify this to SwitchCase. Before we doing that, let's create a new project. And we're going to create a new class. Okay, I'm going to make a demo for Switch first. SwitchCase. So let's say, for example, we say scores, right? Then we can pretty much just use double for the score. And if you want the user to enter that, so we have the option pane, then we have to do parse, right? Dot parse double, because the option pane returns string, right? J option pane, right? Dot show input dialog. Now we get the score, switch score. And we have case 100. We have system.out.print A. We can have several cases, so let's indent this. Invalid score, like else case, right? Now, something about switch here is it's going to take the values. Cannot use with double. It can do string or enum. Okay. So since not allowing double, you technically cannot do anything with double on SwitchCase. You have to modify this. Like if I do int, but what happens if the score is 99.5? That's going to be a concern again, right? But let's test with int first, and we're going to talk about how to handle that. Parse int. So let's test this one first to see if switching is working. 100. Why I say invert score? Because I tell you, you have to have break. If there's no break, it's going to go down and do this. So that's why in the test, you can see something like that. If there's no break, make sure it's going to do the last, right? Yes. Now if there's a break, like last one, you can put break or don't have to, because it's always going to be last one. There's not necessary to have it. Now we get an A, right? But now you know that you cannot use double. The reason why we cannot use double, you may think about double is like a decimal numbers that can be infinite range, so it's not exact match. So that's why it's very difficult to use that. So in is fine, we got exact. But now, how are we going to handle the range first? Pretty much same. We try to handle the double values, right? Ranging mean, in order to get an A, you have to have the score between what? Greater than 90, greater than equals to 90, and 100, right? Between this, right? Which can be 90, 91, 91.1, 91.2, and 91.5, 92, and 100, right? So that's range. Which can handle, like we try to use double, which, and range, handle those two scenarios, we can handle it at the same time. In multiple if, it's fine because this is an expression. It's not the values. SwitchCase taking values, not expressions, right? Not the boolean true or false. So that's different. So, but this range taking care of 90, between 90 and 100. That's why double is okay too. So, how are we going to handle that if we use SwitchCase then? You have to think about the logic now. If the user enter 90, 91, you also don't want to do case 90, case 91, case 92. It's going to be too much. Now in SwitchCase, you can have multiple cases do the same thing by just keep typing like that. But it doesn't make sense to make case 90, 91, 92 up to 100. It has to be some other way, right? See, 90 is to A. Like if I do 91 is to A because it's matching, right? But this will not work. You should think about what is the first number here that's getting an A. Right, so case 9 then. And case 10. And this is just divided by 10. You get the whole number, right? And you do the same with case 8. Because if you have 80, 81, 82, you divide by 10, you get 8 out. Because 8 returns, like int is getting whole number, right? This is exact match number 10. When you divide by 10, right? 100 divided by 10, we get 10, which is A. 99 divided by 10, we get 9, right? Whole number, which is A. So we can do the same with case 7, 6, so this is 8, 7, 6, 5, so 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, right? So this is the F scenario real, right? So this is F. This is D, C, B, A. Now let's test this. So have 50, get an F, right? So